House of the Dragon episode 3. Another episode, another brilliant piece of TV that just has me so happy with how this show is turning out. Today's episode jumped forward 3 years and Viserys now has his male heir to the throne in Aegon, whilst his wife Alicent is also pregnant with a second child. Now, Rhaenyra is unhappy with this because she of course feels like this ruins her status as heir to the Iron Throne. This tension was of course coming once Viserys remarried, and it's also created a rift between Rhaenyra and Alicent because she is now the queen and producing the heirs to the throne. This episode again took its time, which I liked, and it delved into the stress that Viserys is feeling as those around him assume that Aegon will now be the heir to the throne in order to follow with the tradition that has always been around. This comes unsurprisingly from his hand Otto, who, even though he acts like he is favouring whatever the king desires and whatever decision he will make, he is actually of course urging his daughter Alicent to push her sons as the heirs to the throne, and that they have to be the next people on the throne and it can't be Rhaenyra. I really enjoyed this tension and stress surrounding the king and his daughter, and I like that Viserys still intends for Rhaenyra to be the heir, and it's his supposed supporters that are trying to change that. It stinks of treachery and foul play, and it feels like that is on the horizon as those around the king will ultimately push for Aegon to be the heir rather than Rhaenyra. But now that Rhaenyra of course has that assurance that she will be the heir to the Iron Throne, and she can see that her father genuinely means that, this will push her to seek out a husband, because she of course feels like she's being forced to, you know, get a husband and get pushed away from King's Landing and the throne. But she has the reassurance, so she will ultimately look for this husband, whoever it may be. I know because I've read the book, but she will look for the husband and therefore try and secure the throne by getting heirs of her own. On the other side of things, Corlys and Daemon fight their battles against the crab feeder on the stepstones, and it was just so badass. We see Daemon absolutely tearing shit up, whilst also seeing Corlys' son ride a dragon, showing why he would be a good potential husband to Rhaenyra. As one of the king's dudes, I can't remember the guy's name, but he suggested that this would be a good husband for Rhaenyra, as it would also bring back the Valyrian and Targaryen partnership. The soundtrack during this whole battle on the stepstones was amazing. It's a really good soundtrack again, and the shots of Daemon coming out glorious at the end, you know, pulling the crab feeder along. Although I was a bit kind of cautious, like he's holding him by his hand and it looks like the crab feeder has that disease, grayscale, that's the name of the disease. It looks like the crab feeder had that, and I'm just thinking, Daemon, maybe you don't want to like touch his skin because you might catch it. But regardless, you know, that was really badass. He's just pulling him out, his guts are hanging out, and he's won the battle like that. You know, he was insulted by the fact that Viserys offered his help, and he's like, no, fuck that, I'm winning this shit on my own. Despite the fact that the episode jumped forward 3 years, it does not take away from the character development or the quality of the story that's being told here. Again, it's very well paced, very well put together, and very captivating. Like the book, it's focusing on the key moments, but alongside this, it's having the downtime to develop plot lines and characters, resulting in a fascinating story known as the Dance of Dragons that will of course span decades. Performances, set piece, soundtrack, costumes, whatever you want to say, it's all great quality. It's all very well done, and I'm really excited about next week's episode, where it's going to take us, how far it's going to jump. Whatever it offers us, I can't wait. 9 out of 10. Brilliant. Just brilliant. I love this show. It's awesome. It's really good. And yeah, what more is there to say? If you've seen it, let me know what you think about it. And I will see you for next week's episode review and whatever's in between. See you later.